Hey, what is going on, guys? In this video today, we're going to be going over one of the biggest gameplay-related problems in all of Fortnite right now. And that's the fact that the editing mechanic is in a very broken state as it currently stands. It isn't really just one specific glitch or issue that's causing this, it's more so a collection of a bunch of different things that are making editing way more inconsistent and glitchy than it's been in the past. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so the first editing glitch that needs to be showcased is one that a lot of you guys out there have likely experienced, and it's probably even gotten you killed once or twice without you even realizing it. The best way I can describe this glitch is by saying it occurs when you go to edit a certain shape in a structure, but then when you confirm the edit, it makes a totally different shape than what you initially selected. That's probably very hard to understand with just my words, so here's a clip from a user on Reddit named Sizzle Storms, which does a really good job of showing the problem, and I even slowed it down a bit just so it's a little easier to follow. Alright, so as you saw there, this guy was doing the same bottom right corner edit on a wall, which is probably one of the most common edits in all of Fortnite. However, even though he selected the correct bottom 3 corner squares pretty much every single time, when he actually confirmed the edit, it was a different edit than what it should have been. Most of the time he got a door, and at the very end, you also saw him randomly get a totally different edit, which would normally require you to select the 4 bottom squares instead of the 3 that he was actually selecting. What makes this issue even more problematic is the fact that it affects literally everybody, no matter the system you play on, your FPS, or even your ping. When I first heard about this specific editing glitch, I kinda assumed it was gonna be a console-only thing where it's mainly because you're playing on low FPS, or maybe a ping thing where it only affects guys playing on really bad connection. But if you noticed in that clip I just showed, Sizzle Storms is a PC player who is hovering right around 240 FPS for the entire clip, which is obviously pretty much as high as it gets, and it means he definitely has a very good gaming PC. On top of that, he was also on 0 ping for almost the entire clip, with 0% packet loss for almost the entire clip. So if this guy, who has pretty much the perfect specs for playing Fortnite, can be as heavily affected by this glitch as he was in that clip, it means that absolutely nobody is safe. And as I briefly mentioned earlier, there's a decent chance that you've been affected by this glitch without even knowing it. Since not many players are aware that you can edit a structure correctly, yet still have a totally different shape pop up when you confirm that edit, if it happened to you in the past, you probably just thought you messed up the edit. And in case you're thinking that maybe this is a creative mode only issue, or it only affects that specific player for whatever reason, I'll just quickly throw another slow motion clip in the background of the exact same problem happening to another player in an actual game. Now there's actually something about this glitch that I think you guys will find pretty funny, because I know I did. So the Fortnite developers have a specific website where you can report in-game issues, and they basically announce which specific ones they're trying to fix and how you can deal with the glitch if it happens to you before they fix it. And a few days ago, the editing glitch that we just talked about got added to the website with the label investigating/fix in development. For the description of the glitch, they put, players editing in a fast manner may find that their structures are edited into different shapes than they initially intended. And then the funny part is, in the workaround section, which is basically their suggestion for how you can deal with the glitch, they simply put edit structures slowly. Well, hey, I mean, I guess if it's just that simple, if you want editing to actually work, well then you simply aren't allowed to edit quickly. But in all seriousness, I'm not sure how long this glitch has been around for, but at least we know the developers are aware of it, so I'm guessing we'll be getting some kind of a fix in the near future. At least that's what I'm hoping for. The next editing glitch I want to show probably isn't as big of a deal as the first one, but it's another example of a glitch that's probably affected you in a negative way sometime in the past without you even realizing it. So for some reason, whenever you have your building menu open, which is obviously going to be a decent amount of the time, you'll only be able to edit building pieces that are the same as the building piece you currently have selected in the building menu. I know, again, that's probably kind of hard to visualize without actually seeing it in action, so that's exactly why I'll show you guys a short little clip that shows it off perfectly. So I hope it's pretty self-explanatory what you saw there. When the player had his building menu up and the wall building piece selected, he could edit the wall that was already placed perfectly normally, but he couldn't edit the ramp. The edit button simply didn't pop up for the ramp, and whenever he pressed the edit button, it would just pre-edit the wall that he had selected in the building menu. And then when the ramp was selected, the exact opposite happened. Now, I want to make it clear that for some reason, this doesn't happen in every single situation. Sometimes when you have a certain building piece selected in the building menu, it'll let you edit other already placed different building pieces. But obviously, based on the clip you saw, there are other situations where that simply isn't the case, and that's where it's a major problem. So that pretty much makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, and according to what I read online, this issue has actually been in the game for a very long amount of time. Again, it's probably not as much of a problem as the first glitch was, but still, there are definitely some relatively common situations where this can be a real problem that even gets you killed. Now, one of the biggest reasons why this glitch occurs is because of pre-editing, which is actually the next thing I want to talk about in this video. I, and a lot of other players, strongly believe that pre-editing structures is something that you should be able to turn off with some kind of in-game setting. Even though there may be some kind of cool 200 IQ super situational plays involving pre-editing, for me personally, the only time I ever pre-edit a structure is when I do it on accident, and that's obviously a super annoying thing to deal with. There have been times in the past where I accidentally pre-edited part of a ramp or a wall in the middle of a fight, so then the next time I placed that structure down, it didn't cover my entire body and actually ended up getting me killed. And I'm sure some of you guys have experienced something similar to that, probably multiple different times in your Fortnite career. So it really makes so much sense to simply add a setting called pre-editing and then enable you to either have it on or off. And just to get a quick little survey here, comment down below right now letting me know whether you would turn the ability to pre-edit structures on or off if that setting was actually added into the game. I don't want to affect the results or anything, but I have a strong feeling that the vast majority of players would turn it off, simply due to the fact that pre-editing really has no practical in-game uses that I'm aware of, and most of the time it ends up doing more harm than good. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you watched the entire thing, be sure to let me know with a comment down in the comment section below. I know I just asked you guys about the whole pre-editing thing, but if you didn't answer that, let me know if you've ever experienced any of the editing glitches / problems that we discussed in this video. Be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, do whatever the heck you want, and I will catch you guys next time.